My name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. Keep losing things. So today it's my weekly Flosstube update time, and I'll show you the projects that I've been working on in the last 7 days and tell you what's coming up in the next week. I've got 5 projects to show and a good total this week, 7,000 stitches. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to get straight in because I'm on my lunch break. The first project that I've worked on is this one. This is Daughter of the Deep, artwork by Josephine Wall and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's gone from 3.09 to 3.22% and 1,000 stitches. And this square, this 80 by 80 square, is now almost complete. It will be moving. This is due to come out on, I think, on Sunday live, so that we will have moved into the next square, and we are just about halfway across the top row now, which is great. So that is Daughter of the Deep. Okay, the next one I've worked on is this one. This is Night Cafe, artwork by Leonid Afremov, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Terrible. Daughter of the Deep is supersized max colour. I'm working 1/1 full cross on 25 count. This one is also supersized max colour, and I'm working this one 2/1 10th stitch on some 25 count. There's a lot of park threads on this piece. It's had 1,000 stitches and it's gone from 2.39 to 2.49%, so almost 2.5%. And I've added in those stitches on this section, just trying to fill in those diagonals, because this one I am moving now across the diagonals in the hoop space. I think that's the best way of putting it. So that's Night Cafe. Good week's work on that. Okay, next one I have worked on is this piece. It's my Realm of Middle Earth map. This is the Tilton Crafts piece, so it has to be tipped back slightly because otherwise, all that way, because otherwise you just get a lot of glare. It's my oldest whip. It is a large size, and it's had 1,000 stitches, 32.91 to 33.1%. And it's worked 1/1 full cross on some 25 count, and I've been working in this section here. So I finished off this column, and I've filled in quite a lot of this one, and then just used up the threads where possible. I'm fast approaching these park threads, which I'll be quite glad about, because I do want to get those stitched in. But yeah, it's looking great. So we are just literally a fraction away. 33.1%, we're a fraction away from a third done, which is great. I'm more than happy about that. But yeah, it says the word that's coming here is south, and then I can't make out the other one. It's just slightly blurred for me, but it's one of those that you can probably read it on camera, because that's what happens with that. So I don't know if I said they're 25 count 1/1 full cross. I probably did, but Okay. If you join me for my live stream on Sunday, you will have seen I was working on this piece. This is Envy. Artwork is Marta Dahlig and charted by Heaven and Earth Design. It's gone from 34.67 to 35.33%. It was my Sunday stitch, and I managed to get in 1,600 stitches. So I'll show you whereabouts I worked, and then I will try and show you a full picture if I can. So it was, this part was open here, this sort of an upside down triangle, I suppose. Filled all that in, and I've started putting in some more on her skirt there. But yeah, 1600 stitches on my live, which, well, not all on the live obviously, about 400 on the live. But it's getting a little big to squeak that in. But we're about there. And this is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count Lugana. Oh. So yeah, quite pleased with Envy progress after that. It was a really good stitching day on it yesterday. You know, sometimes you have one of those days that you just don't want to put the piece down. Yeah, after I'd finished my live stream, I carried on stitching. Okay, and the last piece that I've worked on is my, I don't want to edit the legend, silly pattern keeper. Is my focus on a finish. This is She Sleeps artwork by Stephanie Poy-Munlo, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I know I've enabled at least one of you to start this. We were having a little chat last night, well, I say last night, today's Monday as I film this, we're having a little chat after I'd had my live stream. But yeah, She Sleeps is my focus on a finish. It's the project I've got nearest to a finish, and currently we are looking at late 2026 for a finish if I carry on the rate I'm going. It's gone from 34.67 to 35.33. No, that's Envy's. Start that again. It's gone from 35.5 to 37.79%. It's still in its frame because I've literally worked in the confines of the frame, but I do need to move it. And it's stitched 2/1 on some 20 count Aida. So this flower has been completed, and it was a absolute pain in the whatnot because it was a lot of confetti. Quite a lot of Saturday I spent doing this leaf or this petal of this flower. There's still a couple of stitches that aren't done, and I've been stitching obviously quite a lot in here as well, and then where I can I've been using up thread, so I might have put in a few extra stitches around here. But I need to move the hoop this week, so next week when I show it I shall probably take it out the hoop. But I figure if I show it every week out the hoop, you know, give it a couple of 3 weeks and you really will see the difference. So yeah, but yeah, it's getting there slowly but surely. I've had my fabric arrive for my model stitch this week, so it might not get as much in, but yeah, it's looking great. 20 count Aida, 2/1 full cross, and that is superb. So yeah, 700 stitches all week, 7,000 stitches all week. Do you know, I think I need to go back to bed and start again. So let's tell you what's coming up on the channel this week, and then we'll move on to other stuff, other stitchy news. So yesterday on my live stream was Envy. So there's a stitch with me today, well, a stitch with me that I filmed for release on Thursday. That is a chatty one, and a stitching shelf will be the piece for that. Lord of the Rings stained glass is also going to come out on a stitch with me. It'll come out on an ASMR one for Saturday. Sailing Fairy will get some work as well, and then the Sunday stitch this week will be Daughter of the Deep. And I will try and get in some more on She Sleeps, but as I said, because my my fabric for the model stitch has turned up, it means that I can finally get cracked on with that, which I'm really, really pleased about. Okay, other stitchy news. I will leave a link in the description box, but I have opened a Facebook group. If you can't access it via the link, which I know that 1 or 2 people have had issues with accessing it, if you go on Facebook and search Simply a Stitcher and Friends, there are a couple of joining questions for the group, but I figured that particularly for the live streams, you know, a few of you have shared your email or on my Facebook page your work in progress pictures. And I figured for live streams, I thought it might be nice just to have a place where we can post a picture, and what I'll do is for each live stream, I'll open a thread for you to post your pictures on that thread. You know, I'll put it as, you know, like next one, it'll be Wednesday live stream for, second today, for 4th of December. I can't even speak. 4th of September, post your pictures on this thread. And, you know, the group as well, it's going to be one of those groups where we can share things. So if you have a favourite designer, a website, an Etsy store, if you have a favourite Flosstube you want to link, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, one person's hint and tip might benefit somebody else. So, you know, by all means, just feel free to post in there. If you think, hey, you know, I've just found XYZ, I think it's a really good accessory or a really great pattern or a really good designer, see what you guys think. You know, as long as obviously we're sticking with legal charts and stuff like that, because we know about copyright infringement, then yeah. There's almost 100 members in there as I'm doing this, which isn't bad considering it's 3 days old. So yeah, do join the group if you want to share particularly a picture on my live stream, because I do show other people's work. I think it's really, really nice that we can show each other our projects and kind of be inspired by them, and it just spurs some of us on to get a project finished as well, which is great. So yeah, so I opened that, but like I said, do bob along. Other bit of big news is this is now non-stitchy related, so if you're here for stitching, thank you very much. But the other non-stitchy related news, well, I've got 2 bits. First one is at my weight loss class this week, I reached the magical 7 stone off mark, and I am thrilled to bits. 10.5 pounds now to get to my weight loss goal, and I'm hoping certainly to get there before Christmas. It just seemed to be a bit of a very slow stagger at the moment, you know, to be losing anything, but I'm getting there. You know, just sort of keeping the good habits that I've got now. In the second that I've hit that weight loss goal, then the fun starts with maintaining it, doesn't it? And the other bit of good news, the big news, is from Andy's channel. And for those of you who don't know, Andy has his own channel called The Village Idiot, where he is aiming to visit every civil parish in the UK. There are over 10,400 of them, so it will keep him busy just for a little while yet. He has had an invite to go on national television this week via GB News, and if I do get a link, or if GB News have a YouTube presence, if they do the snippet on YouTube, I will certainly share a link on my community tab, and also, you know, just keep an eye on Andy's page as well. He's got quite a bit of press lined up this week, so we're just hoping really that excuse me, it just gives his channel the little boost that it needs. Because really he does a phenomenal job, and it's like an unsung hero really, because villages and village life is disappearing, and it sort of keeps it in the public consciousness more than anything, and what villages were like and how village life is really. Villages are getting swallowed up by bigger towns. We've gone to villages that were very small that now have a great big whacking brand new housing estate on them. So it's sort of taken, you know, moving away from that villagey feel. But yeah, he's hopefully going to take off in a big way. I'd like for it to take off so I can give up work as well, but it's not going to happen, is it? Never mind. So that's us. That's me. Model stitching this week, as I said as well. But as it's the first Flosstube of the month, I am just going to issue a couple of reminders. First of all is just to remind you guys that my YouTube channel is supported solely by you viewing videos. I don't have a buy me a coffee or any of those kind of links. Not that I say that is wrong, because it's absolutely not. If other people choose to have them, that's absolutely fine. But I just choose not to. My video channel is monetized, so your views and while ever there is an advert, as long as it's a short advert, I do ask you to stick with them, because that's how I earn revenue. It means that you can watch me, it not cost you a thing, but yet you're still supporting me. So there will be 3 videos that appear on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. So Flosstubes are released on Tuesday, Stitch With Me's on Thursday, I keep trying to say Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday, and live streams at 7:30 p.m. UK time on Wednesdays and Sundays. We had over 60 people in the live stream this Sunday, so if you can come in and join us, it'd be absolutely phenomenal. And you know, do come in and chat. I mean, I had like Needlebug and Teresa Little Stitcher in my chat this week. I felt like I was sitting with royalty. It was great. You know, 2 of the biggest sort of floss tubers, or well-known floss tubers sort of out there in my chat. You know, I mean, Karen's got over 15,000 subs. I'm not sure about Teresa, but I think she's around sort of a similar mark. So yeah, it was really, really nice. And I really hope, if you're watching this, Teresa, that you managed to get on okay with that satin thread, and you didn't throw too much of a wobbly. Bless you. So yeah, if you can join me for live streams, it, you know, really is phenomenal. And we are like a little family in there. My hair's sticking up. I like a little family in there. But as I say as well, do click on and join the group if you're on Facebook. It would be really wonderful to have you, and you know, to have a read, share if you wish, you know, take hints and tips from there. It'd be really good. But I'm going to go, because as I said, I'm on lunch break, and I will be going back to work shortly, and then a few other bits and bobs I've got going on this afternoon. So thanks everybody very much for watching. Thanks for your support, your viewership, putting up with those horrid adverts, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.